Okay, what's up, Conga Sleets? How are you doing today? Just a chill live stream for now, just for a change. Yeah, I don't really have music. I haven't really been using music for live streams that much lately, if at all. I'm gonna be streaming for about like an hour or so. Maybe we'll watch some YouTube videos. You should probably watch some YouTube videos as well. Like test something. Oh yeah. I did see that you were yeah, I did see that you were playing Shadows of the Empire. You're talking about it. You mentioned it a bit on my on the Discord server. Gotta remind, gotta be reminded what Shadows of the Empire is. And like I know it's a video game, but I gotta remember how it looks like. Uh, yeah, I think what's it? Hello Greedo was. I remember a video where Hello Greedo was talking about Shadows of the Empire. You know, there's going to be a Star Wars Dark Forces port on PlayStation. What was it? PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5? Yeah, Star Wars Dark Forces remastered. Also for PlayStation 5, the Xbox Series consoles, Xbox One, Switch, and PC via Steam. When will it be out? A release date will be announced later in 2023. I already have it on PC, but I barely played it. I remember playing the PS1 version of Star Wars Dark Forces. Yeah, wanting to find something cool to play on PC, change your setup a bit, put your PC case on the outside of the table rather than inside. Oh, Chess Empire is actually a pretty big project. Yeah, it had as much merchandise and things as a movie release, but it wasn't a movie. Yeah, they released a book, a game, even a soundtrack. You were disappointed with the PS5 Slim. I remember some months ago seeing leaks of it too, even a video by what's his name again? Uh King. Yeah, Kevin Kenson. I thought it was oh, okay. Okay, play the video, a preview. But yeah, okay, that at least that sound test is good, at least on my end. In fact, let's watch that just now that it's on now that it's that's on topic. Oh yeah, the PlayStation Experience PlayStation app, which I already have. I already have the PlayStation. I already I said recently. I also downloaded the PlayStation app on my phone, which I have done before, but this time I have it now. By the way, I hope that the music isn't copyrighted. Sony Core something? I got news about it now on my PS4. Hmm. Look at this! Look at this view. It's as if Sony is trying to recreate the PlayStation 5 reveal from 2020, which that PlayStation 5 reveal, it's sort of nostalgic for me already, even though it's past 3 years. 3 years since the console design reveal. But not even this can beat that PlayStation 5 reveal. Same immersive power, new slimmer size. Yeah, just a quick it's just a quick promo. PlayStation 5 Digital Edition, but it's the yeah, it's how cool was the design of the PS3 when the Slim was announced? I actually like the original PS. At least at the time, actually liked the original PS3 a lot more, and I wanted the original PS3 and not the Slim. But I still ended up getting the PS3 Slim. But yeah, I remember now that you mentioned that too. I remember when the PlayStation 3 Slim was leaked, and I thought it was fake at first, but then it ended up being real. Real.
PlayStation.
It's fat. Yeah, yeah. Look, I mean, if you take a look, oh, I can't even. Oh, you can't even. I can't even. Well, if I was recording the screen on PC, I would be able to show the I'd be able to show the cursor, the mouse cursor. But yeah, if you notice what the yeah, 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 but like if you notice where the disk drive sort of with the disk drive, like the case there sort of bulges out more. The detachable disk drive sort of bulges out more than even the disk drive in the regular standard launch model PlayStation 5. It sort of looks better in horizontal. From the pictures I've seen, it looks sort of better with the horizontal orientation. But yeah, the disk drive and the detachable disk drive bulges out more in this new PS5 model. Yeah, vertical stand so separately. Yeah, that's another thing too. It looks nice, I suppose. The vertical stand looks nice. But yeah. The vertical stand looks nice, I suppose, but yeah, that because I also watched Review Tech USA's video where like the new PS5 2023 edition, let's just say, the PS5 2023 detachable disc drive edition, um, where like it's a rip off if you want to get the digital edition, and then later on add the disc drive because the disc drive is $80 US, but the model without the disc drive will be sold at $450 US. So you're going to end up paying more. So if you get the new PS5 without the disc drive and you want to add the disc drive later on, you're going to spend more money than if you just bought the PS5 with the detachable disc drive, you know? Because it's $450 without the disc drive, and say you decide later on to buy the disc drive, that's another $80. So you're spending over $500 in total. What what's it? 450 plus 80. That's like 530 something dollars to buy PS5 digital edition without the detachable disc drive and then adding it later on, versus just $500 if you get the PS5 new PS5 with the detachable disc drive already, and you have to spend an extra $30 for the vertical stand too. When the original PlayStation 5, the vertical stand works in both horizontal and vertical form orientation. But yeah, Sony is supposedly Sony is trying to push for the digital edition, or just keeping their what's the phrase? Sony should be keeping their sides checked, keeping themselves backed up, or whatever that phrase is. They're supposed to keep themselves covered for for a somewhat near future, all digital future, by having a discless a discless PS5. The writings on the wall that there may be that there will eventually be a all digital future, so they come out with the PS5 without a disc drive, but then now they're selling a PS5 without a detachable disc drive, and but that it has more that it costs more money to get a PS5 digital edition without the disc drive and then added later on. That's more money spent in total compared to just having PS5 with a disc drive. You might as well you might as well just buy a PS5 with a disc drive but not use it at all, just to save some money. I mean, even if I didn't have, I mean, I would say probably get this PS. I'd say probably get this PS5, the new PS5 model, if you don't have one. But go for the disc drive model. If that go with the detachable disc drive model PS5. And but if you don't want to use the disc drive, then don't use it, I guess. You know what though? I wonder if the detachable. I wonder though if the detachable if you buy the model on the left with the detachable disc drive, I wonder if it will come with the swappable faceplate without the disc drive, like on the right, or would that just not make sense if Sony wants to buy it wants people to buy the digital edition as well. You know, you know what I mean? Like, does if you buy the PS5 model on the left that with the detachable disc drive, but you don't want to use the detachable disc drive, will it come with the faceplate to remove the detachable disc drive? I think you gotta buy the cover most likely, probably. But also, what would it mean for the PlayStation fives with the was it the what would this mean with for the newer not the newer, I can't even speak. What would this mean for the existing faceplates? Like the Sony's already having already pre-ordering the what's it, the Deep Earth collection, whatever, where it's like shinier or darker shades of current official faceplates. What do you call this? I know on the PlayStation 5 there's ads for this. What's it called? Show me, Sony. Come on, it should be here somewhere. Ah, they're not showing it anymore. They're not showing the ads here anymore on the PlayStation 5 for what I'm talking about. The scorched earth model, what do you call them? The Deep Earth collection, the metallic uh faceplates. Like those. What like they're supposed are there going to be new are there going to be new faceplates of the Deep Earth collection for the new PlayStation 5, you know? I mean, I don't plan on s- I don't plan on buying any new faceplates for my PS5 anytime soon. I like it the way it is in the white, in the launch white model color, white launch color. But say you do plan on getting, let's say you already have a PS5 and you're planning on getting getting the any of the faceplates with the new PS5 with the new PS5 models coming out. What would that mean for the existing faceplates? Because the new PS5 models are going to be the the standard models, like the new models going forward once the stock for the existing PS5s already gets sold. Let's watch the Experience PlayStation app just out of curiosity. Seriously, Roblox on PlayStation 5 or PlayStation 4 or both. Experience the PlayStation app. Connect with your friends on your PS5 and your PS5 console. Okay. Oh yeah, PlayStation Stars, which I haven't. I don't know if I'm going to sign up for that. I don't know. I swear, if this is copyrighted music. Yeah, is the PS5 Slim gonna be the default console? Yeah, yeah, which makes sense. Like after the launch model PS5 and PS5 Digital Edition, Destiny 2 Light Fall expansion is out. Who's in tonight? Of course, they would say Destiny 2 because they own Bungie now. The Crucible Kings. Sounds like a gang name already. Definitely, and I'm also excited to see where they take the story. I think it's going to be a lot of fun playing with the group. Same here. I think it's going to be a lot of fun playing with the group. I feel like it's going to be one of the best games of the year. Destiny 2 Lightfall. Oh yeah, so tonight. Though these stock messages look so what a somewhat repetitive. Already downloaded. You gonna raid? Can't do without the raid king, the red king. The raid king. Really miss it. New raid king, not last night shift. Where is this? Somewhere in California? Or in Japan? Pretending to be America or wherever. Just need to Lightfall. September 11th. Oh my goodness. Not that great. Oh, that's a Mac, isn't it? Or because Sony doesn't have Vio anymore. Sony doesn't have Vio anymore, so could this be Mac? But trying to remove the Apple logo or something. Yeah, I'll get the new PS Stars collectible. Secret Agent Clank. He's the universe's most debonair spy with significant semiconductor content. Rarely shaken, but occasionally stirred. Oh, it's of course, of course, it's a of course, it's a James Bond reference. Miles up, get us got a second. At work of Horizon Forbidden West. Shoot the gun off his weapon. Wait, what? Shoot the gun off its back and use that against him. Hey, so where is he supposed to be at work? Oh, he's of course using the official PlayStation headset. Pulse whatever PS5 headset. Yeah, that's Mac. He's using a Mac. He's using some kind of Mac because I can tell with the desktop layout there. Yeah, that's Mac. I mean that should be home. I mean that should be work that he's at. Yeah, because you know what I do remember. Even in Jumanji, the new ones with Jack Black, Dwayne Johnson, and Kevin Hart, that like even the main characters use Macs instead of Windows for computers. I wonder if Sony has some kind of partnership with Apple. Rick and Amy, not Rick and Morty. Background. On my way. And even the sound effects sound sort of like Mac, I guess. Not Mac, iOS maybe. Post plan. Post plan, what something? Destiny 2. We're starting Destiny 2 on the PlayStation app available now, which I already have downloaded on my phone. PlayStation Portal, not for me. PlayStation accessibility, that's not for me either. Nice to have for people that need it, but that's not for me. 8 months ago, upgrade from PS4 to PS5, DualSense Edge. Yeah, that's far from me. I mean, yeah, the gray camouflage collection, the camouflage. Was it the camouflage of the face plates look cool though? I'll say that. The console covers again. What would and they're shaped in the V collection, like five, like Roman numeral five, I guess. But yeah, with the new PS5 slim models coming out, what will it mean for these existing faceplates? TV, TV 3D audio. Can't really use this because, well, I only have monitors. Saw Garfield AVGN video today. Angry Video Game Nerd has a new video today? Or is it an older video? The older one. Oh, yeah. Okay. Boy and His Blob, AVGN. That's the latest episode. Oh, no Chucky. August 24. Yeah, Spider-Man 2 is coming out. Marvel Spider-Man 2 is coming out in 9 days. For it's just yeah, Friday the 20th. It's Friday the 13th in a couple of days. First Friday the 13th of October since 2017. Angry Video Game Nerd does other stuff too. Like this month should be his what you call it? Monster Madness. Yeah, Monster Madness for October. But yes, here Spider Man 2 is coming out in 9 days. Not this Friday, the 13th, but Friday the 20th next week. First Friday, yeah, this Friday is the first Friday, the 13th of October since 2017. First Friday, the 13th of October in 6 years. Deep Earth Collection. I just watched this out of curiosity. Yeah, this sounds like the Terminator. No, this one. This one's like the Terminator. Make that a Terminator edition PS5. Imagine seeing this in the intro of a video game. You're gonna be bye bye for the slim versions. Yeah, if the PS5 Slim version is gonna have these faceplates too. And besides the controllers, they can keep the faceplates for the controllers, but yeah, it's not gonna be this cleaner look anymore. You gotta add slits and then the disk drive, which this model is actually the digital edition here. Yeah. Okay, these are the disk drive models here. I can barely see the disk drive. Volcanic red, cobalt blue, sterling silver.
PlayStation.
Yeah, like PS5 Slim, but then it's not a redesign though. That's the thing. It's not necessarily a redesign for the PS5. It's just a slight alteration of the existing design. But yeah, the curve was it the glossy middle section of the PlayStation 5. The top when in vertical orientation has a sort of a convex curve in it, which again that's just a minor thing, just a minor change from the launch model PS5. But you know what? To this day, I still haven't seen any PlayStation 5s in any store shelves in where I live. I mean, I've seen the PlayStation 5 at my local Best Buy, the demo units or just display units, but not actual PlayStation 5 consoles on shelves. So I don't know if it's just me or what. I mean, the PlayStation 5s are much more available now than they were a year ago or even 2 years ago. I haven't gone anywhere that has them on shelves either. Yeah. I think it's easy to find from here nonetheless. Yeah, much easier compared to a year ago, and especially 2 and 3 years ago. Oh, and speaking of which, see Mystic's video. You see the new PS5 with the horizontal orientation. It has a little bit of a kickstand underneath, and yeah, PS5 has a horizontal kickstand underneath, but yeah, the bulginess of the PS5 of the new PS5 looks a little bit better uh in horizontal form, but vertical, yeah, bulges even more than the regular PS5, like this one, or like this one. This, like, if you notice the curve there, it's a smoother curve compared to the new PS5, where there's a noticeable bulge if you stand this vertically. Oh yeah, here, yeah. PS5 Slim ran after a recent leak. Hold on.
August 18th.
August, so a little under 2 months ago, and then now, the it's for real. But that's PlayStation though. But yeah, let's move on. There's a video I remember. This is a video that I put in my own watch later category on YouTube. I want to watch too. Okay, here. This one's just a tech video. Another channel that I've watched before, which is Justin Say. The red cameras. I've seen them in person once, at least once. He lives
What's going
in
on, everyone? It's Justin here, and
he lives in Victoria. Yeah, Victoria in British Columbia.
today I'm going to be showing you guys the general process of how we film our YouTube videos. On average, I would say we create about 70 to 80
These are
videos
insane.
a year. And
These type
with
of
all the different
professional
deadlines,
cameras
it's
are
important to try to
insane
find
in
a way to
person.
create content at the highest quality possible, but also being able to meet the deadlines and the quantity. And the process for filming the travel film,
Qatar, greatest FIFA World Cup final ever. Qatar.
and the videos on the go are very different.
Oh,
So
2022,
this
so
video
last
is
year.
just going to be focusing on the in-office stuff. And I also want
He's
to give a huge
cool.
thanks to
He's
Good Notes
cool.
for
It's
sponsoring
just
a
his
portion
videos
of
are
this
long.
video. So for starters, what is our equipment? And I'm not going to talk too much about this in this video, because if you guys want to see a separate gear episode, let me know down in the comment section below. But right now, what you guys are watching is a Red V-Raptor 8K camera, and that is one that shoots in RAW and is essentially the best of the best for that specific need. It's really good for office stuff because I'm able to change all the settings in post-production, and the amount of latitude, it just makes it very easy.
So
But
that's
the
what
cameras that we
these.
really have
So that's what those monitors, those external monitors, are for. At least the ones with touchscreens, maybe.
been relying a lot on lately though have been the Sonys. Whether it is the FX3 or the FX30, these are cameras that I can recommend to anyone, and it's a really good investment for anyone looking for a camera that has that cinema quality, color space, you want to learn to grade footage and all that. And you can either have a very simple and light setup, or you can also build it out like a rig like this. We have 5 of these cameras at the moment, and anytime we want to film something, we just grab and go. It has a flip screen, great autofocus, really good lens lineup, and as I said, the colors and the dynamic range, the focus and everything is just really, really good. So even though the Red is like our main camera that you guys see film a lot of the primary clips, this camera is one that is really good for run and gun because of the stabilization, and at the end of the day, it's probably the camera that I would recommend the most.
High budget, of course. Of course, it's high budget. Of course.
Right now. And when it comes to audio, I either use a Rode voiceover microphone or I have a Sennheiser Lav, but the one that I would say most people should go ahead and purchase is the DJI wireless mic set. It's just the easiest to use, very reliable, because I have had some issues with my Sennheiser. I want to give a huge thanks to the sponsor of this video in some of our favorite elements of software today, and GoodNotes has taken full and then to life, and that is how it contributes to our video editing workflow. And in the beginning, you might want to take a look at some tutorials to be able to best take advantage of GoodNotes. And some of the examples of the ease of use include being able to scribble to erase a word. It's just super natural and intuitive.
I don't have a tablet, just a phone, so I don't know about this. Unless I were to buy a stylus, touchscreen stylus for a phone. We each pay half and we spread out to each other for a few days every week.
But also the circle to lasso feature to be able to select and move things around the screen. And having spell check built in is something that I definitely need. A new feature in GoodNotes 6 is one that you can purchase able to visualize ideas. If you guys want to go ahead and check out GoodNotes for yourself, I'm going to drop a link down below and you can go ahead. A lot of scenarios, we're going to film in one main set to cover the entire basis of the videos, but then also change up the set a few more times around the house. And that allows us to have different dimensions.
Yeah, A-roll is basically on-camera stuff like this. You're speaking in front of the camera. And B-roll is just background shots. So you're not just always talking in front of the camera all the time.
And also add additional points into the video. At the very end of the process, after all the B-rolls laid out, if there's still certain things that I would like to talk about, then I'll actually do a voiceover.
Voiceover.
And that is
with
just
B-roll. Yeah, this one.
In. The A-roll element really does come down to, I guess, experience and practice. Being able to naturally talk in front of the camera is something that either requires notes, sometimes a teleprompter, or just a lot of practice and
I still suck at that. Even with notes somewhere on screen or besides the screen.
Knowledge of the topic. For the most part with tech videos, I don't actually use that many notes. I take a look at a few different bullet points and things that I want to cover, but a lot of the focus is also on the set itself. So playing around with like the lighting, making sure there's different dimensions and layers that make it interesting, but also ensuring that the set is not over cluttered is very important. And so the A-roll is something that I personally still feel like I struggle with, but over time have slowly gotten better at it. Even 1,000 videos in. It's something that I'm still continuing to try to work on. The best way to practice A-roll though is just literally to sit down and try it for yourself. And as you go on, you're gonna compare your work a few months later and a few years later and see how much better you've gotten at the speaking part. With A-roll, there are a few ways that we do it, whether it is sitting down with the camera on a tripod, having a secondary angle that I can also talk to make it more conversational, and in some cases, a more casual vlog style where the camera actually follows me around.
Oh, this one. This video here, touring a $250 million apartment penthouse in New York City. Yeah, I guess he plays. If you know the HBO Max TV show Succession, yeah, he plays the themes. He plays the theme song for the show, which is cool and perfect for that video here.
In a space, giving you a walkthrough or demonstrating something while also talking about it. This is very common in home tours, travel films, and also in car reviews where I'm trying to give you a walkthrough and describing the exteriors and visuals of something while...
Yeah, car reviews. I am not that knowledgeable about cars. I'm not a car person in terms of knowledge. Like, I know a lot about cars, but I really don't.
Also trying to be informative. So when it comes to filming B-roll, this is usually something that I do after the A-roll, but it's one of the most important things that you guys see at the start of each tech video. The first 10 seconds is usually some of the cinematic B-roll
Oh my
sequences, and then
goodness.
throughout the video, you utilize B-roll to either tell the story, demonstrate the products, showcase the design element, which is very important in tech specifically nowadays, as well as kind of show the tutorial aspect of how to use something when going over the tips and tricks. With B-roll, there's different layers to it, just like the whole video process. I start out by trying to film the widest shots first, which are like the general stuff where everything is straight, everything is a lot more like static and essentially boring.
Yeah, and you're
but it
just
gets the job
moving the
done, it
camera.
covers the basis, and at least it is footage that is going to be very important in the main parts of the video. But beyond that, the next layer is to play around with the different angles a little bit, maybe try the 45-degree, utilize foregrounds as well, which is something that you're also going to see me do quite often. But then the next step after that is to go into the macros. I think macros really add a nice element to the product, but it is also hard to figure out what areas to really focus on and what people care about, especially when it comes to tech.
Ah, ad.
Speaker grills, the ports, the design details, and just small touches of the product. Macros are just a really fun way to capture another dimension of the product, and I also really enjoy doing
From
that.
15 Pro Max, I still have my Google Pixel 3 from 5 years ago, even though I got it after Christmas 2018.
Those at a coffee shop, a phone can be out and about, or just what it's like to use the product and of it. To be able to meet the volume of videos that we have to create a year, and with all the product releases, embargoes, and deadlines, it is really important to have a process. And so depending on the industry that you're in, you can either follow the same format that we do and build sequences before doing their actual A-roll, because it gives them more of an idea of what to talk about. This is simply not something that I've been doing for so many years now, so I've gotten very used to this process. But as I said, it is something that we continue to work on, and I still don't know if my system is the one that works the best. As always, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to go ahead and drop a like, subscribe to the channel,
And that's
and
cool,
if you have any
Leo.
questions, leave a comment down below, and I'll see you all in the next one.
Oh, by the way. Oh, you actually do see it right now. Yeah, this video here is the Star Wars Galaxy. What if Mace Windu was a Sith Lord with a secret army? Yeah, I was just listening to that video earlier, like an hour ago. Watch this video and try to imagine everything that Mace Windu says here, but try to imagine it with Samuel Jackson's voice. Oh, and this video right here. This video right here. Yeah, this video right here. I'm saving this for this upcoming Christmas. Yeah. And remember this Christmas classic, which this video was released. This Christmas special for Madagascar was released in October of two was it 2005. October 7th, 2005. So it's already past the it's already past the 18th, yeah, 18th anniversary of this special. Released this in October. Hold on. Okay, never mind. I thought I saw something. Oh, 10 minutes ago, Star Wars Galaxy. What if the entire Jedi Council secretly returned to Coruscant? The entire one? Let's watch this.
At Kroger.
Kroger, whatever.
What if the entire Jedi Council
Not
was
gonna watch the
secretly
whole
brought back
video,
to
but
Coruscant during
yeah.
Revenge of the Sith?
Okay.
That's the path I want to explore today, so I hope you enjoy. Please leave a like, and let's get right into it. The Jedi Council sat in session with only one seat still open. The seat was reserved for Anakin Skywalker, who
I just thought.
and let's get right into it. The Jedi Council sat in session with only one seat still open. The seat
The seat of Anakin Skywalker. But wait, what if Plo Koon's hologram is occupying? What if Plo Koon's What if Plo Koon's hologram is occupying Anakin's seat right here, and just as Star Wars Galaxy is saying this, one seat is reserved for Anakin Skywalker, and he's zooming in on Plo Koon's, and he's zooming in on Plo Koon's hologram sitting on Anakin Skywalker's seat. He should have had Mace Windu not be there in person. Anakin is just sitting there with the hologram on top.
was reserved for Anakin Skywalker, who was recently appointed to the council by Chancellor Palpatine himself.
I can't
It
even
was
say
an
that straight.
unprecedented-
I couldn't even say that straight. What if he's zooming in on Plo Koon's hologram sitting down on the empty seat? That's supposed to be implying that's Anakin Skywalker's seat. Now, I'm just gonna warm this up for you, young Skywalker. Even though I'm not here in person.
move.
So that's why Anakin turned to the dark side. He had enough of holograms taking his place on top. You're on this council, and we do not grant you the rank of master. What? Because Master Mundi or Master Plo is sitting on your seat. Take a seat, Skywalker. and then as Anakin is going to sit on top of his seat, that hologram Plo Koon is on, you see like Plo Koon wherever he is, like out of nowhere. Maybe Plo Koon sitting in Kidamina Moida, and then out of nowhere he gets flattened by something invisible because Anakin Skywalker is sitting on his hologram.
But one that the council was now using to their
Honestly,
advantage.
I would honestly turn to Palpatine and say, "Please let me in the dark side."
After Anakin was appointed, he was disappointed to not also be made a Jedi Master, and he'd been even more disappointed to learn of his secret mission, to spy on the Chancellor. But now, Anakin had alerted the council that General Grievous had been found, and so the council gathered, waiting only for Anakin now. And as they sat, waiting, Kit Fisto decided to speak up. He was rather
Kit Fisto decided to get with Plo Koon and switch seats. Switch seats. You can't sit here either, and you can't sit on Master Yoda's seat either. Jedi Master Skywalker, non-Jedi Master Skywalker.
They're uncomfortable with how things were going. Count Dooku was dead, and General Grievous was located, but the biggest mystery of this entire war was still the mysterious Sith Lord, Darth Sidious.
No, I got a comment on that. I got a comment on my computer next to me. I gotta go to that video and comment.
were going. Count Dooku was seat was reserved for Anakin. Enjoy, please leave a like, and let's get right into it. The Jedi Council sat in session with only one seat still open.
I spell Plo Koon with a dash or without a dash. Okay, no, without a dash. Okay. Anakin was denied this rank of Jedi Master got a seat. Hooray! But dude taking over his seat as hologram nonstop. Okay. And here.
To learn of his secret mission to spy on the Chancellor. But now, Anakin had alerted the Council that General Grievous had been found, and so the Council gathered, waiting only for Anakin now. And as they sat, waiting, Kit Fisto decided to speak up. He was rather uncomfortable with how things were going. Count Dooku was dead, and General Grievous was located, but the biggest mystery of this entire war was still the mysterious Sith Lord, Darth Sidious. He'd been waiting for something specific, clearly, and Fisto suspected it could have something to do with Anakin. So before Anakin arrived, Fisto spoke, saying that the Council needs to change course. He said the entire Jedi Council should be on Coruscant, but not openly. They should be hiding away on Coruscant, ready for anything. Fisto suggested that the Council act as if it's business as usual, but in reality they all wait in the shadows of Coruscant. The Council looked a bit confused, collectively, but then Plo Koon spoke up as well, saying that this might be the right idea. Plo said that the Sith were hiding, waiting for an opportunity to emerge.
The Sith were hiding. Just hiding behind the corner. like it's the trailer to The Last of Us. Ellie and Joel hiding behind the corner from an infected.
And then Plo said they should give the Sith the exact opportunity. Pretend to spread the Council around the galaxy, leaving Coruscant vulnerable, and be ready to strike when the Sith do reveal themselves. A few more Jedi spoke up, and the conversation really got going, until Windu eventually interjected. Windu said they will do this, but they cannot tell Skywalker. He must still bring information to Palpatine without knowing the plan.
Deception! Lies! No. Well, how does he sound like again in a Rogue One? Lies. Deception. Forrest Whitaker's character. What's his name again? What is his name again? His name's at the tip of my tongue. Save the rebellion. Save the dream. What's his name? Not the pilot. Saw Gerrera, yeah. Saw Gerrera. Yeah, we should all, the Jedi should all be on Coruscant. The entire Jedi Council should be on Coruscant, but Anakin shouldn't know. We gotta keep him. We gotta keep him spying on the Chancellor as usual. Lies, deception.
In hopes that the Sith use Palpatine or Skywalker to know when to strike. Yoda agreed. though it saddened him to see how desperate the Order had become. Desperate, but necessary. And Obi-Wan was uncomfortable keeping this a secret from Anakin, but he was not one to defy the Council in this very important moment. So he sat and he watched as Anakin entered the room. From here, the Council meeting played out as it normally would. Anakin revealed that Grievous was on Utapau, and then the Council nominated Obi-Wan to go to Utapau. In reality, a different master would be sent there, perhaps Master Kelleran Beck, but the Council
Keller. Oh, the sabered hand versus yeah, the sabered hand, and it's. Now imagine General Grievous hearing this, and General, uh, uh, what is that droid or something? I can't even do his voice. And a Jedi is coming to see us. General Kenobi. No, it's a different Jedi. What is he? Who is he then? Uh, Jedi Kelleran Beck. He's called the Jedi nickname just Sabered Hand. Get over here, Jedi scum! Give me your lightsabers. They're stuck on his fingers like Edward Scissorhands.
put on the show, acting
Yeah, many lightsabers on Kelleran Beck because he's the sabered hand or the sabered fingers.
as if several members would be off-world for quite a while,
Edward
trying
Saberhands.
to convince Anakin that the Council would be spread across the galaxy. The meeting concluded.
Did you ever see the video on Instagram where it's Lego Star Wars and it's General Grievous getting transported to what looks like the world between worlds? Yeah, and he interrupts Anakin and Ahsoka. Give me your freaking lightsabers! Get back here, you Jedi scum! Go. Keep running, Stips. He looks shorter than expected. Yeah, I know.
And soon enough, Anakin walked down to the Republic hangar to say goodbye to Obi-Wan. For Obi-Wan, this was pretty agonizing. He was lying straight to Anakin's face, and had to fight an internal battle to keep this secret.
Oh, I guess I'm cracking myself up. I'm lying. He's lying in Anakin's face. I can imagine Obi-Wan, like, as he's talking, he keeps on spitting his saliva in front of Anakin, like he's trying to, like Obi-Wan's trying to chew and talk while eating food. Nah, Anakin. Like Obi-Wan could be eating a donut. A space donut.
The question of what would Qui-Gon do would not leave his head.
Nah, bro, you got the whole squad laughing.
Anakin
Yeah, like
left,
Red Sun's
and Obi-Wan
video.
stayed in the hangar as his clone battalion took off for Utapau with a different group of Jedi Masters and Knights. Obi-Wan watched them go, and again he thought of Qui-Gon. Would he ever have lied to a former apprentice like this? Obi-Wan thought that he could almost feel his former master in the Force, but he took off to meditate alone, hidden away until he was called upon. Meanwhile, Yoda, Plo Koon, Ki-Adi-Mundi, and the rest of the council members that were off-world secretly came back, replaced by other Jedi in their battlefields. And all the while, neither Anakin nor Palpatine had any real idea of what was going on. And all of the council members gathered in secret throughout Coruscant. Anakin continued to have dreams.
Before the encounter, Obi-Wan got a nice donut from Dexter's Diner and some coffee in case he needs a bit more energy for the fight. Or he has to stay up all night before the fight. Which is right. Uptight. Aight.
And be worried about what was going to happen to Padme. He wished Obi-Wan was still here. He now wanted to ask his old master for guidance, but he was on Utapau. Soon enough, Anakin was called to the temple for a debriefing on the fight
I thought
with
of something
Grievous. He took a speeder to the temple.
intrusive thought. It entered my head, where it's Fat Princess plus Obi-Wan.
And found Windu waiting for him at a data table.
Fat
Windu
Princess,
told
but
Anakin
it's
that he just
Obi-Wan.
spoke with Commander Cody on Utapau. Cody said that
Qui-Gon.
Obi-Wan has engaged Grievous and the battle should be won very soon.
Fat Thor,
And
but
so
it's
now Windu
Obi-Wan.
looked to Anakin, telling him to tell Palpatine about this. His reaction will give the council more information on his true intentions. Anakin took off to the Chancellor's office, while Windu went to the Council chambers, while everyone was waiting. Inside the Council chambers, he found all of the Jedi. One way or another, every single member of the Council had managed to discreetly return and prepare for what came next. They weren't sure how Palpatine would react to the news about Grievous, but they were certain about one thing. Together, as a council, they would tell Palpatine to give up emergency powers once Grievous was destroyed. It was risky, but a move they had to make.
You know how this could have been avoided if Anakin got less fit for the job of a Sith and Palpatine couldn't use it no more. Anakin is fat Thor, but even fatter. Yeah, all this food tastes so good. Your supreme chancellorship. You want to try some, Matt? You want to try some, Your Excellency? Even the Force can help him out. It's the will of the Force that I get overweight
For the Republic. Across the city in the Coruscant night, Anakin Skywalker was now flying his speeder back to the Jedi Temple.
This is what you have become after all these years of deception.
Couldn't believe what Palpatine had just told him.
Never
He
deceive
was
a
the Sith Lord this whole
Decepticon.
time. Anakin knew what he had to do, but he was afraid. He
I
knew he
don't
had
got
to
no
tell
one
Windu,
else.
and then Windu would go to arrest him. But Anakin thought that with so few council members on Coruscant, he would get to go with Windu to arrest the Sith Lord. And
Can I
once
come? Can I
Palpatine
come?
was
Can I
arrested,
come? Can I come?
Anakin
Can I
would
come?
get the information to save Padme. He landed in the temple hangar, and Windu was nowhere to be found.
To the
Anakin
Jedi
sprinted through
Temple
the
Gym.
looking for any
Oh,
council
man.
members. Windu, Shakti, Fisto,
I remember watching a video on a YouTube channel called like Rex, I think. Push it real good. It's that 80s song, but it's the Jedi force pushing. Push it, push it, push it.
Kolar,
Force
Tin,
push it.
anyone, but they were nowhere to be found. Eventually, Anakin reached the elevator to the council chambers, and figured they had to be in here. He got in the elevator, and began to rise through the temple. In the
Okay,
council
here.
chambers, Obi-Wan sat as they all waited. He could suddenly feel Anakin in the Force, and he felt extremely dark, like a cloud was over him, taking away all the light. This was not good. Something must have happened with Palpatine, and he was about to find out from the Jedi he
Something-
trusted.
Something must have happened with Palpatine, and he all opened the door, and it's Chester Palpatine for some reason firing force lightning on himself. The power, the
All
pain.
lied to him, including Obi-Wan. The door opened, and Anakin looked around,
Mm.
with an expression suddenly mixed with sadness, confusion, and anger. And Obi-Wan knew the council made a mistake by lying to him. Anakin was looking around to see not just Windu and a few others, but every single council member. Yoda was supposed to be on Kashyyyk, Plo Koon on Cato Nemoidia,
Deception,
Obi-Wan on
Anakin.
Utapau, and Windu spoke up, asking Anakin what he found. And Anakin, standing here stunned, remembered what Palpatine said. Don't continue to be a pawn of the Jedi Council.
Be a pawn of the
And
dark
Anakin knew
side.
that Palpatine was right. He was used. They didn't trust him. They never trusted him. Anakin didn't know what to do.
He was chosen not to be
Palpatine
trusted.
Was right. The next thing Anakin knew, Plo Koon was at his side, grabbing Anakin's wrist. Anakin looked down and realized that he was holding his lightsaber. He didn't even realize he grabbed it. Plo said that the council was sorry for deceiving him, but it was the only way to get this necessary information. And then he asked what Anakin had found out. Anakin was in the middle of everything. He was the man who could end this war, and he hated both sides, Jedi and Sith right now. But he calmed himself enough to take a seat. And after sitting, he told the council the truth.
He didn't even sit. He couldn't even sit on the council.
Palpatine is the Sith Lord that they've been looking for. The council began murmuring to each other as Mace and Yoda both sat back in their chairs, scratching at their chins. This was a possibility everyone had suspected, but they were all still extremely surprised it was true. And after a bit longer, Windu said that they may not have a choice in how this situation is handled.
It was
They
Yoda's seat. He couldn't sit on it.
must
Too
destroy
small.
the Sith, once and for all. Anakin spoke up now for the first time in a minute, bewildered that Windu would say this. Palpatine was a Sith Lord, but they couldn't just kill him. Then Anakin accidentally slipped up, saying that he is the only one who can save Padme. And now the council was silent. Everyone except Yoda and Obi-Wan were very confused about this notion. Why did Skywalker need Palpatine to save Senator Amidala?
Senator Amidala is my colleague. What else do you think, Masters?
And then Yoda asked that the council be dismissed. Prepare to head to Palpatine's office. He will meet them momentarily, but first he needs a moment alone with Anakin. The council left, with Obi-Wan being the last one out, looking at Anakin, but Anakin refused to
I'm
look
so
back at him.
sorry.
He still felt betrayed by his old master. And after they left, Yoda approached Anakin, asking if his nightmares were about Padme. Anakin said they were,
How could you tell, Master Yoda?
and he knew how this sounded. This type of attachment was against the Jedi Code, but Anakin didn't care for a lecture right now, and Yoda didn't have time to give one. Yoda understood now that Palpatine was trying to bring Anakin over to his side. His endgame was Anakin Skywalker. It
The
was clear
endgame,
now
where
that
the endgame
Anakin would do
now?
whatever it takes to save Padme. That's why he wanted to be a Jedi Master.
Skip some more.
Care, and he was becoming impatient. Where were they? The Jedi, Anakin, everyone. What was taking so long? He tried reaching out to Anakin in the Force, but something seemed to be blocking him. Someone strong in the light
It's
side
like
of
Sonic the
Force.
Hedgehog. Come on.
And Anakin stood in the council chambers,
on,
holding
move
his
it.
comlink to his face. Tears were sliding down his cheek, and he was moments away from contacting Palpatine with this comlink. But before he could, a new voice spoke to him, one that Anakin recognized, and Anakin turned around quickly to see the blue, transparent spirit of Qui-Gon Jinn. Anakin thought he might be going crazy, but then Qui-Gon assured him that this was real. Anakin was feeling so many emotions, but Qui-Gon was one of the few people that he would actually talk to about it. Anakin said he felt lost. He needed to save Padme. He would do anything.
The dual face of
Council
Anakin
didn't
right
trust
here.
him. Qui-Gon smiled, saying they were alike in that way. The council never really trusted him either, but that didn't stop him from choosing the right path. Qui-Gon said that staying in the light side is much harder than choosing the dark. And then he told Anakin that he truly was the chosen one, and by bringing this information about Palpatine to the council, he has begun to fulfill his destiny of helping to destroy the Sith. And then he told Anakin that because he was the chosen one, he didn't need anyone but himself to save Padme. He was stronger deep down than Palpatine, Yoda, any of them. He could save Padme. And Anakin knew he was right, sitting down in a chair and talking everything out with
They didn't
Qui-Gon.
contact me.
He
He
didn't need the Sith.
I was here ready
He
to
didn't even
destroy
need
the
the
Sith.
Jedi. He only needed himself at the end to save his wife.
Yeah, let's watch or listen to the rest of the video. How about this one? Anakin Skywalker lore, 4 canon facts about the chosen one.
Here are 4 canon facts about Anakin Skywalker. Number 1. After he left his mother, Anakin was plagued by a sense of abandonment, which caused him to
Plagued.
cling to anyone that became close to him. First, he found himself clinging to Qui-Gon Jinn before the Jedi Master was killed by Darth Maul. Afterwards, he clinged on to
You see-
others.
Oh, whoops. Star Wars Transmissions already said a fact like this before.
Here are 4 canon facts about Anakin Skywalker. Number 1. After he left his mother, Anakin was plagued by a sense of abandonment, which caused him to cling to anyone that became close to him. First, he found himself clinging to Qui-Gon Jinn before the Jedi Master was killed by Darth Maul. Afterwards, he clinged on to others in his life like Obi-Wan Kenobi, Padme Amidala, and Ahsoka Tano. Number 2. In 29 BBY, Skywalker accompanied Darth Sidious into the lower levels of Coruscant as the Sith Master sought to inch Anakin closer to the dark side. The two soon came upon a corrupt senator gambling in a club. When when Sidious coaxed Anakin into using the Force to rig the Senator's chance cubes so that he'd lose a large sum of credits. Number 3. Also in 22 BBY, Anakin almost left the Jedi Order due to the Jedi's reluctance to only help systems within the Republic, and also due to the fact that the life of a Jedi was thrusted upon him at an early age. And number 4. Anakin's heroic feats during the Clone Wars eventually made him a symbol of the Jedi Order, with many people viewing him as the warrior savior of the Galactic Republic, earning him the nickname of the hero with no fear.
You're the poster boy of the Republic. So good, Fortnite. Ooh, she's doing the whipping and nay with the lightsaber. Oh yeah, I saw this on Instagram as well. Where Galactic Armory, when he was making his custom made Enoch, he used like a model of Dwayne Johnson's face. And I commented on Instagram, finally, the Enoch has come back to the galaxy with Grand Admiral Thrawn. No. Ads. 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 Cool.
Hello everybody, welcome back to the Galactic Armory. Today, we've got something very exciting for you guys, Captain Enoch. Jamie
Captain
here has been hard at
Enoch.
work on him basically all week, right?
Yeah, this has been my week praying that he doesn't die and make this entire video a lot less important.
We did that with Marok, we fell into that pit trap, but we get to see hopefully more of him in Ahsoka Season 2.
We'll see.
If there will be
Today
a
we're gonna
season
telling you
2.
how Jamie finished this
I was
helmet.
thinking of that also last night. I've been so used to the limited series from Star Wars and Marvel with WandaVision, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, even Book of Boba Fett and Obi-Wan having just one season that like now I'm questioning if each new show will even have a season 2.
As well as these cursed faceplates.
Oh, there
the
you go.
alternates. Yeah, they're just so terrible. We have a lot more, like Thomas the Tank Engine.
The Thomas the Tank
That's a
Engine.
favorite of mine.
Oh my
We
goodness.
have Smiley Face, Winky Face, we have, what else?
Groucho Marx.
Groucho Marx or Schmapton Schmeenock.
Yeah, Incognito Enoch. We got a lot of faceplates. We're going to probably do more of those in the future. And they can all swap out with the ones in there. We'll have some fun with that later.
Yeah, oh my
But
goodness.
let's get right into the tutorial of how Jamie here finished this helmet. So Jamie, this helmet starts as a raw 3D print off of our Bamboo Lab.
Yeah, 3D
X1
printing
carbon
would be
3D
beyond
printer.
me.
It printed out all of the parts of this helmet in around 24 total hours. It did not take very long at all. That was printed at 0.16 layer height, super small.
Just under here where the printer meets the supports.
Especially like where some of the parts connect to like the back around the earpiece.
Oh yeah,
Some
yeah,
of that
yeah.
just needs filled in a little bit.
Yeah, there are very few, but there's still some. With a 400 grit, we're getting that
Skip.
painting.
Yeah, and that's the fun part of this helmet.
Yeah, it's also the challenge in this helmet
Yeah.
because there's a lot to go over.
So what were the processes you took when you started painting this thing?
Yep, so I always like to coat everything first in a layer of flat gray primer, Rust-Oleum being one of my favorites. It always creates a good neutral point to go bright.
I don't know how you can get into 3D printing and doing these custom paint stuff.
Consistent, and you want it to look like it
Does he
was
put on?
put back
Been
together.
through a lot, yeah.
What have they been like? Probably 8 years.
Yeah, probably
Probably
without.
more.
Though we did learn in the sequel trilogy that there is laundromats on Death Stars or on
The
Star
laundromats.
Destroyers, so they could have done a better work cleaning
Maybe.
their stuff. So gradually build up the acrylic bit by bit and wipe it away, dab it, and make sure that the streaks don't look artificial. Usually that means just quick passes, random passes.
So we had to get a little bit creative.
Yeah, this was an interesting one. It took us a lot of thought and planning to get this right.
Does he switch The faceplates. I want to see.
match the shape of the eyelids. They were able to just slot into place and perfectly align.
Or it's just
Right.
random.
We're really happy with how it came out. I think
Oh.
it's the closest approximation that I have seen of
That could be a
lenses that
meme
you're
face
perfectly
there,
able to
though.
see
That
through
that
plus
frown
having
with
that stone-like, completely
with that
matte
frown.
Yeah, like a little bit creative with that one. Let's talk about some of the alternate faces. So let me see if I can do this hot swap on camera. So inside of the helmet, there are all these ridges that hold the faceplate in place just with pressure, friction. So we could pop it out and replace it with terrible,
be
terrible
real.
looking ones or silly ones like
Dwayne
this,
The Rock Johnson.
or cold casted ones in brass, right?
And this was actual brass, cold casted with black resin. Is a smooth cast 65D.
On the back side there, kind of the what's behind that metal. But I can take this, and because it's the same shape as the printed one, it fits right in there.
Very
So there we
good.
have
Cool.
a polished brass, actual brass metal faceplate. Let's talk about how you made this, because it's quite an interesting technique. What did you have to do?
Put the one with Dwayne Johnson.
Thought it was cool. We thought we would.
Was even
There is no
Even on Instagram, he put the faceplate, but he put on top googly eyes too.
weathering on this.
I think
this
this
is how it
one-
naturally comes out with just how the brass. Notice that in the show we went with it now because we've made a perfect imprint of this exact faceplate.
I would love to do an iron one.
Oh.
It just looks so cool.
So you'll notice that in the show, Enoch has these two Imperial cogs here. Now they're weird and small.
Yeah,
Have you noticed
very,
that?
very small.
Yeah, they're a little bit unique because we usually see these in like TIE pilots and they're big 2.75 inch,
yeah.
you know, big cogs. His aren't. They're very small, and we don't judge him for it.
No, it's perfect for us.
Perfect.
So we have these decals here, which are printed or not printed, cut
Right.
using our silhouette. This is basically
Oh my
like
goodness.
a
A
cricket. Yeah. It's just a decal cutter, and these, for your reference, are 1.75 inch each. We believe that these sort of matched the perfect amount.
That's in diameter, right?
Yes, correct. To all these dirty points, and then just push it in. And
That looks so good.
well, we recommend. That's when you can start.
Oh, yeah.
Here, yes.
That is very fun looking.
If you have any ideas of other alternative face sculpts, do put them in the comments
Oh,
because
yeah.
we are really interested.
Dwayne the Enoch
I'm
Johnson.
I'm having too much fun. I want to do like a George Lucas and Dave Filoni one.
Oh. Oh, imagine he does that. Sculpt these face plates, whatever you call them, with model them after George Lucas and Dave Filoni. Make one with imagine one with Darth Vader or Anakin. Hayden Christensen's Anakin.
God,
Just
put a little cowboy hat on the top.
The cowboy hat.
Force him to sign it one day.
Force him, yeah, accurate. And
There it is. Dwayne the Enoch Johnson. 20
Here we have
It is so cursed.
Enoch the Rock Johnson.
Enoch the Rock.
Or Dwayne the Enoch Johnson.
Yeah, exactly. Finally. Oh, I gotta comment that too. 26. What is it?
And here we have
It is so cursed.
20 minutes 6 seconds. Oh, by the way, even on the other video, Star Wars Galaxy replied, I know, there LOL, there are only so many images in the council. Served seat. No wonder. Why Anakin? No wonder why Anakin. too sad to sit. Enoch the Rock Johnson, exactly.
Enoch the Rock Johnson or Dwayne
2011. Galactic Army has also made a animated Captain Rex helmet. Nice. And Republic Commando helmet, TIE Fighter helmet. And they're $120. Though the Phase 2 Clone Trooper helmet is $110. Mando helmet DIY $100. Still pretty expensive, but it could have been a lot more.
the Enoch Johnson. I can't look
You
at
smell what Enoch the Rock's cooking.
You smell what
And
Enoch
this is
the
just one
Rock's
of the
cooking.
many options that we have available in our file set.
That's too much fun. Yeah, we've got.
I forgot to also add. I even edited for this comment. Imagine the face thing for Master Yoda. Yoda the Enoch Johnson.
Got lots more, many more on the way too. Just let us know what we should do. And what other
And with
special
this,
versions we should add. Overall, Jamie, how'd you like the project?
This was a lot of fun. It was a lot of challenges, but at the end of the day, I think this came out really, really well. I had a lot of fun
his
using
chin
so
doesn't
many different
fit.
techniques.
Dwayne. Oh, even Thanos. Imagine Thanos with the. Imagine Thanos' face.
Learning new techniques with the eyes, using new materials like this type of gold. It was a whole lot of fun, and this is a build that I'm tempted to do a finished piece in.
Oh my gosh,
A
yeah.
full kit.
Just desecrate a usual stormtrooper kit.
Oh, no.
And, put gold everywhere.
Sacrilegious.
Very tempted. We might also do the 3D print files for it. I'm
Yeah.
super tempted. Well, everybody, thank you for watching. Thank you for enduring.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Just waiting for Gang Sleep. I'm gonna actually end the stream soon. All right, you're back, goody. Oh, PS5 Slim more expensive. One more video, just to go back to PlayStation for just a second.
The PS5 Slim is official. The major update here is that the disk drive is now an optional accessory. So before, if you bought a digital, you would have to just buy a new console if you ever wanted to use discs. However, now every PS5 is the same on the inside, and you're able to spend $80 to buy an Ultra HD Blu-ray attachment to it. That's a nice feature in theory, but the downside here is that the base model, the digital version of the PS5, has actually seen a price increase from $400 to $450. Now the disc
Yeah.
model is still $500, but that's still a lot of money for a slim console, which typically come down in price.
Yeah,
But
they
there are
haven't come
close
down in
smaller
price. It's gone up in price. PlayStation 5's gone up in price, except for in the USA.
It's got a 1TB SSD instead of 825 gigabytes. It now has an additional USB-C port up front, and the entire
Oh.
console is a little bit smaller, a little bit more lighter weight. But I've got to say, it's a little bit of an underwhelming update, especially for a slim console. The PS5 Slim
But it's, the Slim console isn't even a redesign.
is official. The major update here
Oh, I didn't get to talk about this. I didn't notice this at first until I saw another video, but if you notice that little tab on the disk drive on the right, uh, it's actually an eject button right at the disk slot too, but I kind of don't like how it looks here. It looks like it's like you're having something in the middle of your mouth, like a something swollen inside your mouth or something. But that's just me. It looks like you're able to possibly clip the disk drive itself to the console.
is that the disk drive
But I wonder, I'm going, you know what, I'm going to end the stream soon, but before I do so, I wonder if I could find this. Go to PlayStation Ready. I keep going back however many months. Unless he changed the title and thumbnail. Oh, here. I think this thumbnail here. This is what I kind of imagined a PS5 detachable disk drive to look like. You could pull the disk drive and possibly have like a dust kind of cover, as if it's like the dust cover of a cartridge console, like the Nintendo 64 or something. I don't know. This is what I imagined like a detachable disk drive to look like for a PS5, and at least it isn't an external disk drive like the Xbox 360 HD DVD player. At least the PS5's detachable disk drive doesn't look like this. Ooh, classic game room. One more video.
The following
Introduce
The following for the review of the Xbox 360
He doesn't
HD
make
DVD drive.
He doesn't make these videos anymore.
It's always fun
Classic Game Room is just a publishing name now.
to look at a good video format war. Remember VHS versus Betamax?
Oh, 2015.
I do. Two crappy tape standards battling it out in the 80s. Sony's Betamax lost. Years later, they would have their revenge. Maybe. In the years before you could download HD movies
He
off
does still
Netflix,
make videos, but not Classic Game Room reviews anymore. It's just a publishing name.
the HD DVD Consortium, or whatever they were called, desperately tried to figure out how to get HD DVD into your home. And since they forgot to put a drive in the Xbox 360, they were more than happy to sell you an additional one. The Xbox 360 HD DVD player is nothing more than an add-on drive that plays HD DVD and regular DVD. It matches the old Xbox 360 and sits on top nicely, but you don't want one. Screw HD DVD, give me the Sega channel. The fact is, I own an HD DVD player. I bought one of the good Toshibas, but I bought it when they couldn't give them away. In fact, whatever I paid for the player, which wasn't much, was easily surpassed by the amount of free movies they gave me, including The Road Warrior, Enter the Dragon, 2001, The Shining, Full Metal Jacket, Rattle and Hum.
Full Metal
and,
Jacket.
maybe 2 other ones. I don't know. My memory.
At the time of 2015, his Xbox 360 was manufactured on July 4, 2007. The 4th of July, 2007.
Could be scrambled on this, but I got a lot of movies. And look what a clunky mess this is. You plug this thing in with 2 different cords. And I laughed out loud when I saw this back when it was released. Because anytime they create an add-on for something, you know the format is screwed. Think Sega CD. Besides, anyone into video knows that the format war was over before it started. Hey, free batteries! HD DVD was doomed from the start, not because of Blu-ray, not because of its marginal performance improvement over DVD, but because of the internet, which was going to win anyway.
The look and sound of perfected. Perfect. The look and sound of perfect.
But there's still a bunch of good movies, and not so good movies like this one, on HD DVD. The look and sound of perfect. Remember how much money these things cost when they were new? Like, it was a real bargain to get a bunch of free HD DVDs, and I still have a lot of them because for many years they were cheaper than Blu-ray.
X-Men.
Oh, look, it's next on HD DVD. The look and sound of a sucky movie. That's one of the films I used to test this, and it was sent to the show by Will from East Boston, Massachusetts. Thanks for sending one of the worst movies I've ever seen. It's so bad. I laughed the whole way through and actually enjoyed it. It's so bad it's good. The player's video performance seemed alright. The audio movies I've ever seen. It's so bad. I laughed the whole way through and actually
HD
enjoyed
DVD.
it. It's so bad it's good.
Oh my goodness. Mission Impossible 2, The Warriors. Norbit? Is that what it is? Eddie Murphy? To this special edition Flag of Our Fathers. Tom Cruise, Mission Impossible, The Untouchables, Zodiac. John Travolta said, "Hey, Night Fever."
The player's video performance seemed alright. The audio quality was as expected. Anyway, long story short, this
best of
thing
classic
works
game
just
room.
fine. It comes with its own remote control, an install disc or something. It downloads an update, and it plays HD DVD and regular DVD. In fact, I used it to test the best of classic game room. Check disc on.
That reminds me of at least back in the day when was this Nostalgia Critic, Channel Awesome had a PlayStation 3 in their studio's TV.
DVD.
Morning, Edit Station 1. What you got there? It looks like a...
Here's footage of my movie recorded from the HD DVD drive on the Xbox 360.
Oh my gosh, it's a laser disc. Wow. A mysterious laser disc.
You see, now here's the problem with the HD DVD drive for the Xbox 360. It doesn't play Laserdisc.
I love laser discs, especially when they're mysterious.
Any and all sound emitting from your speakers, as it won't play Time Cop on Laserdisc. Also because the sound of the Xbox 360.
Wait.
I win at home video. The HD DVD player loses because it won't play Time
565 Epsilon Drive. Classic game room. That's in Pittsburgh. I know he's in Pittsburgh. There's Classic Game Room Studios. It's a building somewhere in Pittsburgh. Here it is. Classic game room in Pittsburgh. I'm looking on my computer. Somewhere northeast-ish of downtown Pittsburgh, nearby the river. There, Allegheny River, or however you say that.
Time Cop on Laserdisc. Also because the sound of the Xbox 360 drowns out any and all sound emitting from your speakers. It's like leaving a jet engine on when you're watching a movie. Somehow it seems far more offensive when you want to sit on the couch and relax with a film.
CGR
like
Garage.
This one, the best of classic game room. Hey, the HD DVD drive can't be all bad. Just look how sharp and clear that El Camino is. Just don't expect it to play the Blu-ray version. Hey, it's Virtua Fighter on VHS, sent to the show by Gunwild in New York. Thank you. And a sampling of my Laserdisc collection. You know what I like about Laserdiscs, in addition to them just being awesome? The packaging. Because back when they were new, they cost a lot more than VHS. But you got more.
What does it say?
You know what I like about Laserdiscs, in addition to them just being awesome? The packaging. Because back...
Oh, never mind. Filmworks of Film Workshop Company.
When they were new, they cost a lot more than VHS. But you got more. You got amazing packaging. What would you rather have?
Top
Laserdisc.
Gun!
If you want collectible HD home video, stick with your PS3 and PS4 for Blu-ray. Or do what Jean-Claude Van Damme would do and step it up to Laserdisc.
Oh, this song. I miss it.
I've got a double impact sized thank you and shout out to send to Will from East Boston, Massachusetts. Thank you for sending the HD DVD player and King Kong and Next. If you could see 2 minutes into the future,
A clever
the first thing
action-packed
you should
ride.
do is not watch Next. If you're gonna buy a clunky add-on for your favorite game system, go with the Sega 32X because it plays Cosmic Carnage.
Val Kilmer.
What the Xbox 360 really needs is a Laserdisc player add-on that also plays Betamax and DVHS
Playboy.
and Super Audio CD. Because let's face it,
Bill and
HD DVD
Ted's
is
Bogus Journey. 2015. When exactly? 2015? February 27. Oh my goodness. What does he do nowadays? That's the Game Room Pro 4K Power Strike 2. Why is it back? Is Classic Game Room back?
Amateur.
No. Freaking ads. Classic Game Room Pro 4K Power Strike 2 for Sega Game Gear.
Ah, Gen X is the best. That's right. Shouldn't be hard. Oh, that makes all the... Oh yeah. Select your weapon. Combine. Get rid of the... You're gonna wake the iPhone screen. Some way that you... I think there's other games.
No, this isn't like the original Classic Game Room reviews. Yeah, sort of CG Classic Game Room sort of back. The original format. Oh.
You know what? It's the end of a crappy day. 100.
Guess he sort of still does it. Classic Game Room Pro 4K. He also done Classic Game Room Year 24. CGR Publishing. Oh! Oh, it's like vlogging real life.
Pinball. In my sweet Ripley shirt. Like that?
Hmm. I'll miss the original Classic Game Room. Classic Game Room music. It's like a vlog style. Pinball machines. It's like vlog style, I guess.
All right. You know my philosophy.
Classic Game Room Series 1. What happens when the Virtual Boy and R Zone is combined? Are combined?
Whoa. This is gonna be horrible, but maybe they'll cancel each other out and it'll be awesome. I don't know. Let's find out here. It's red and blurry and in 5 dimensions of pain.
Can't even see it. Classic Game Room Venom Pinball Machine Review. Behind the scenes for... Oh, so much red. Starfield review. Oh, my
Whatever
goodness.
you do.
Do you like classic game room and more classic game room?
The game room. Oh, I guess he kind of is doing Classic Game Room again. Though the reviews, just not the same music. Oh, June 27, 2023 on Reddit. We, producer Mark, and CGR Publishing are looking into the possibility of bringing Classic Gamer back in some capacity. Producer Mark, and they're looking back to bring into possibility of bringing Classic Game Room back in some capacity. The original show was very time consuming to produce and thus very expensive. Mark is tinkering with formats to see what can be done in the current landscape. The response to the recent CGR deals has been amazing. Is the show returning? We are looking into it. It's a hard maybe in some capacity. Nice. Ah, Star Wars The Mandalorian Pinball.
Do you like classic game room and more classic game
And pinball from Stern. Is everyone ready for 10 minutes of my sloppy pinball gameplay combined with nonsensical Star Wars ramblings beyond imagination? If so, buckle up, for I have spoken.
All right,
this game
spoken.
airs on the side of Lando, more than Jar Jar. The Mandalorian Pinball from Stern. It's fabulous. Based on the hit Disney series. Thank the maker. They got this one right, because if you look up inconsistent in the dictionary, you'll get a picture of Star Wars these days.
Nice.
Star Wars. Remember when it was just like 3 movies, an Atari game, an Ewok TV series, and some action figures? Well, now it's everywhere. On one end, we get Lando Calrissian and Andor. On the other end, it's Jar Jar Binks and, well, so many other things. I'm glad to see that the developers of this game focused on the best parts of Mandalorian, which for the most part, at least for the first 2 seasons, was excellent. I haven't really had a chance to speak much about The Mandalorian until now, so I'll abuse my platform to say that the first 2 seasons were excellent. Totally enjoyed it. Like a Western in space, which is pretty much what Star Wars was to begin with.
I wouldn't say Western in space for the original Star Wars, but...
Multi-ball!
Oh, that's season 2 being played there.
Ice Spider Multi-ball! It's like aliens with spiders. Mando even brought his flamethrower. As you'll see during this video, the Stern designers cherry-picked all of the cool stuff out of Mandalorian and managed to insert them into this very well-made and consistent pinball machine. Stern's been on fire lately. I've really enjoyed
Boba
their games.
Fett
They
there
never go
too, I
overboard
think.
with the LEDs like some of those other companies. I like the inclusion of the Razor Crest, which just reminds me of the ship from Firefly. Obviously, Baby Yoda's in there, who I just call Grobda. Which isn't his name, but it should be his name, named after the Namco arcade game that nobody's ever heard of.
Grobda.
And of course, we get Carl Weathers all over this machine, which is win-win because anything that ties it to Predator is a good thing. The screen animations, voice dialogue, and film clips are perfect. They
Wait,
really
what did it
enhance,
say there?
which is win-win because anything that ties it to Predator is a good thing. The screen animations, voice
Racer Crest, hurry up is lit.
dialogue and film clips are perfect. They really enhance the gameplay, and the music, anchored by the incredible Mandalorian theme song, which I just love, is just spot on and really well used in the gameplay and on this machine. I can't play you any of it because, God forbid I actually play any music from the game in a journalistic review. But you know the theme, you know it's there. It sounds really good. The playfield is really well laid out, and the art design is great. As you can see, I don't think that Stern did anything overly complicated with this one. It's pretty straightforward and a lot of fun. As you would expect going into The Mandalorian Pinball, you complete Mandalorian missions and start numerous multi-balls. So many multi-balls. The best way to rack up big points is to just hammer away at the multi-ball thing, which is like right in the middle of the screen, or the playfield. There's like the Razor Crest multi-ball, Ice Spider multi-ball, and then in my half-assed gameplay, as I kept aiming for multi-ball, occasionally I would just start missions. Then you aim for the blinky things. Sometimes they're purple, sometimes they're yellow, sometimes they're red. If they're blinking,
Yeah, you got
aim
Boba
for
Fett
them
there
and shoot
too.
them for big points. It's pinball, and
Protect
this
the
machine
child,
resides
240,000.
at Coupe de Ville in Pittsburgh, combining 3 of my favorite things: pinball, arcade games, and beer. Pinball, so much pinball. Reviews Orbiter 1,
You got
RoboCop,
Boba Fett.
Future Spa, and Surfer. Just can't get enough pinball. However, I think we are suffering from an oversaturation of Star Wars. Do we need Star Wars toothpaste? Do we need animated Star Wars shows aimed directly at 3-year-olds? Did we need the Obi-Wan series at all? No. But we did need a Mandalorian pinball machine, so thankfully they delivered. I totally enjoyed the first 2 seasons. I think the Favreau-Filoni team does a nice job when they're on the top of their game.
We're counting on you.
Yeah, I like season 3 as well, although it definitely is the weakest of the 3 seasons. As like the Mandalorian season 3, it's just there to be there.
There's the extra ball.
Especially like I get that Russian nostalgia, or at least just get nostalgia when I was watching the first season of The Mandalorian, just remembering when the series was new back in 2019. It's like magical in a way.
I need that.
I'm not entirely sold on Filoni's vision, but, at least it's better than Episode 1. Getting kicked in the shins is better than Episode 1, and Episode 2, and Episode 3. And episode, let's see, 8, that was terrible. 9 wasn't very good either. How do they keep screwing up the writing? You had a great cast. How'd you mess that up? You know what we need? Is a super goofy chase scene through an animated episode 1 style casino. That would be, well, it was awful.
For the blinky thing. That blinky thing in particular. You want to come back here and try this? Be my guest.
That's class. Was it Mark Bustler's from the original trilogy? I'm sure he grew up with the original trilogy, though.
It's eaten by sandworms is what they deserve.
Amateur.
Oh, come on. Ad.
Blinking, I should probably shoot it. Huh? I learned that by watching classic game rooms. And I'll leave it at that. You know, season 1 of The Mandalorian was pretty surprising because I don't think that many of us expected it.
Yeah.
And when it came out and watched the whole thing, it was just a lot of fun. With good characters, great actors, and it was well made. Season 2 was also tons of fun. Loved the ending of season 2. And then season 3 just tanked the entire thing. Like, I don't care. Less backflipping Baby Yoda, more Cassian Andor and real filmmaking, please. But you know what sells backpacks and gummy vitamins? Well, it's not storytelling.
Okay, I've seen enough. Yeah, I think, what is that? Yeah, I think I'm going to end the stream now. I've been streaming for a little bit longer than I thought I would. 2 hours. Yeah. So got to talk a little bit of gaming, some PlayStation, some Star Wars, a little more from gaming than Star Wars. Gaming through PlayStation, that is. But anyways, that's gonna be it for this week on this channel. I don't know about next week though, but we'll see. But thank you for coming to the stream. Ganga Sleets, as usual. And I shall see you in the next one.